And you are never gonna believe how they turned out. Look at this. Okay, I have this boring wall in my gaming room, just white. I got these Govee cube wall sconces that I want to put on there. So they come in a 6-pack. I have a bunch of Govee lights in my house. I've been really pleased with them. Easy to use the app. User's manual is super simple. So here are the little cubes that they come with it. They're so tiny. They have lights in the bottom and the top. They're nice white, so they match the wall well, and at least in this room. Here we have power cords. This is probably my one issue that I have with the Govee lights, is that the power cords are visible after install. And honestly, if I were to do it again, I would probably put shelves in between the lights so that I didn't have to see the power cords. But the cords are built into the back of the sconces as well, so you can stretch them. It has like a retractor wheel built into each one of the sconces. You can see all of the mounting hardware that it comes here. It just comes with everything you can think of. So you can see on the back there's the input and the output, and then you've got the 4 spots for where the bracket mounts, and that's how it goes on the wall. Honestly, the bracket's pretty easy. The in and the out are clear, so depending if you're running the power cord from the right or the left is what you're going to do with it. So if you take all the sconces out, you can see the mounting brackets are underneath. Now they have, so the input and the output wire, that output wire will extend. You can pull it out to about 25 inches, which is really nice. So depending on how far you want to go across the wall, it depends on how you have to actually do it. I didn't like that 3M tape. It's very permanent tape. I've used it in the past on other Govee products, and it just takes stuff off the wall. So I actually took all of that tape off and used command strips instead, and they're holding it on the wall beautifully. Here you can see me laying out the lights. Just got to make sure you get it plugged in right. Turns on this nice beautiful coral when you first plug it in. It's kind of nice. And then it seems counterintuitive, but the tabs actually have to go horizontal to mount into the back of the light. You can see me kind of spinning around here trying to figure this out. But yeah, they do go horizontal. You can clip it into the back of the light, and then the light can mount. I'm just repeating the process over and over for each one of these. Want to make sure that each of the 6 lights work, that I'm getting the wiring right before I mount it on the wall, that everything is okay. It's nothing worse than getting it all up on the wall and then one of the lights doesn't work. So just take a couple of minutes, plug it in, give it a test run beforehand. You can see here I can actually show you how to get those in and slide it up so it goes in horizontal like this, not vertical. Put it in. Mine fit was a little weird, so I had to play with it a little bit. You can see here, you got to tuck the wire in, you got to push it, and then you'll hear a solid click when you get it in place. So here you can see the back. If you roll it off, it comes off really cleanly. So it took me a few minutes to get all 6 of them off. But honestly, this will rip the paint off your wall if you try to remove them later. So if you're planning on leaving them on forever, or at least until you need a wall paint change, feel free to use the 3M tape. I have a couple lights that I used in my studio that I didn't, and it just ripped the paint off and I had to repaint it. But so I used the 12-pound command strips instead, and that really worked out because it's got the Velcro hook and loop. I can put it on the back and I can pull this off the wall whenever I want very easily. Okay, here you can see me placing the very first one on the wall. I measured it where I wanted it, the overall length. I maxed out the length actually between the walls and then just divided that by 5 sections and then measured the distance off the ground so they would all be level. Once they're mounted, you can go in the app and then add the lights. Just add the plus sign and then click on the plus sign in the top right corner. You can see they come up automatically at the top, or you can scroll and find them as sconce light. Once you click on that, you put your Wi-Fi information in and then it'll automatically connect to them. I needed to update the firmware on mine after I renamed it, so it did an additional step in requiring me to update the software. It's not a big deal, but it took a little bit of time to get that done. So expect that before you have it working completely. Then once you get in the app, oh my gosh, 15 trillion different options on what you can do. You've got music mode, color mode, scene mode, DIY mode. It's nearly infinite. So if you're creative, you'll absolutely have a blast. I'm going to demonstrate a few of these modes for you, and you can see what you think. So first I chose blue in the app, then I went back and chose yellow. Then I went back and chose a scene, and I actually picked Christmas. You can see it's Christmas themed. And go back in the app and I picked sync to noise. I'm snapping here. You can actually pick what you want it to do when it hears noise. It's very fun. And then here I just picked rainbow. Very cool colors. Okay, so now I'm happy with the lights on my back wall. It looks great. Absolutely fantastic.